You're an iconic character on the show, but you're yet to hold a lightsaber. I mean, what a bummer, right?
I'm cool with blasters.
Blasters are pretty cool.
Have you used the blaster?
Oh, I have not, no.
Oh man, that's why you were talking that way. Blasters are very special, you know, and Cassian's blaster, like, kind of does like a cool twist every time it charges, like. Yeah.
Your epic run in Star Wars has just come to an end. How does that feel?
Damn. It feels nice, man. It feels nice. It's been 10 wonderful years. I've been waking up every day with the need to do more, to keep going to work, you know, to keep interacting with this family, with this community. I've learned a lot. I'm fortunate, and it's been a long time. It's been a long time, and I'm still enjoying every second of it, and I want to live it that way, you know. That's I want to live it in a very positive note, and what I went through, I'm keeping, you know, and that's all that matters. Yeah.
It really confirms that this is a show about real world issues in the Star Wars universe. For me, when you met Syril's mom.
Yeah, that's a lot of people's favorite, and my favorite bit.
Apart from any other moment.
Oh, well, isn't this a day to remember?
Well, Kyle's had the pleasure of Catherine for season 1, but I've known about Catherine since I studied acting. Like, she's like a sort of a legend of the theatre, and so the thought that I was going to get to work with Kyle and Catherine in one, I didn't think they could possibly live up to my expectations, but they did, and then surpassed them. It was really extraordinary. We had such a good time. It was so much fun, right? Like, it was like doing a play of some sort.
Yeah, totally.
It didn't feel like every take that she does is slightly different. She never makes the kind of obvious decision.
She's completely mischievous and playful.
So mischievous.
And so open and free. And I just a genius casting and a wonderful person. Like,
she's really kind and lovely.
And oh man,
there's a lot of sugar.
It was hard to shoot because we were laughing so much.
Yeah, there was a lot of fun, and they would do things like when we didn't really rehearse it in the way that you do everything as you're rehearsing because there's a lot of food involved. So when the take happened and I saw what each of them was actually doing with the food, because I made a decision pretty quickly that I wasn't indulging in the amount of sugar that was going to have to happen. So I just cut up little bits of fruit. But those two, oh my God. Yeah, it was quite something to behold.
You do it for the art.
So yeah, sugar for the art. It made it more authentic too, because you didn't know how they were going to consume it.
He crashed so many times. It was really funny. It was really good. Catherine didn't do intimidated by Dedra. Correct. Catherine did impressed by Dedra. Because you kind of think about the scene beforehand and think what you think it might be, and then you're met with Catherine, who suddenly you see that she respects Dedra, and that's a whole other weird thing of, oh God, she's not even frightened by her, she's just...
Well, it's like calling a bully off, isn't it? Yeah. Like when you step back up to them, they kind of go, oh, okay, you're cool.
Okay, you're cool, I like you.
All right, you can handle Syril.
So true, that's exactly right.
Not that Dedra's bullying, but it's standing up to a bully, that's when they back... It's weird. Yeah,
it's true.
That is what I took from her.
That's my mom.
Main thing is we're all here together now.
I know there's a lot of various timelines that are kind of condensed here in this season. Right. If there was 1 year, or I guess 1 3-episode arc, that you wish you could have devoted a whole season to,
wow,
which one would it have been?
I guess it would have been the second block. You know, we come in and when they're in the safe house and it's been a year of the missions and they've obviously been through a great deal of different things. A lot of things have happened in that year, and that would be the one that would benefit the most from a deep dive.
I don't want to lose you again.
That's not up to us anymore.
If there was any 3-episode arc that you would turn into a full season, what would it be?
Oh,
That's hard. I don't want to get in the way of this show.
yeah. I don't think it's needed. I mean, obviously, each time jump could be a film, could be a series. In the writing of Tony Gilroy, you know, I mean, 5 seconds of the life of these characters could be interesting enough to develop a whole series. He is capable of doing that. But I think it's beautiful the way he crafted it, and it's beautiful the structure he brought to the second season. It's unbeatable, you know. It's 4 films that at the end up connecting beautifully, that you can also watch, you know, just by itself, and it'll be interesting. I think it's quite a unique storytelling form, you know, that he came up with.
He also summarizes these gaps in such an elegant way with like 1 or 2 lines, and that's like, I don't know, it's like just perfect. Like I don't want to mess with that.
If it goes up in flames, it will burn very brightly.
You've now spent more time with Mon Mothma than anyone. I have to ask about her getting shit-faced and dancing, you know what I mean? How, you know, that's...
Well, look what she's done. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, look what she's just done.
How was that day on set? What was like the choreography like? What was the approach to it?
Yeah, it was extraordinary. I think the trick or the challenge for us with that was to be able to really discover her internal pain and chaos through like it's wrestling her out of a physicality that we've never seen before, and it's because she's dying inside. You know, it looks like, you know, to someone who hasn't seen the scenes that have come beforehand, it could look like someone just having a great time at a wedding. But
It does that way to everybody in the room.
Yeah,
It's just
in
the
the
audience
room.
the audience is the only one who knows what she's going through. Everybody else is missing it.
Yeah, so the lens of exploration of pain, really, and chaos, and yet being allowed to, discover that physically. It was really cool to be able to do that for her.
What does a date night for Dedra and Syril look like?
God,
Oh, so
I just don't
fun.
know.
You know,
Do they go to the movies?
it's really complex. It's heavily scheduled.
Yeah, tiny movements. Like we were shown a scene this morning when we were being interviewed, and the way they looked at each other, because I've only seen the scene once, so seeing it again, I was like, wow, there's a lot of like just staring and
Yeah.
and that's it. God, yeah.
I feel like during the day, the audience would be like, do they want to be there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
They
the
never
question.
show each other their true feelings.
It's a whole show in itself, that one.
Y'all, your life isn't that easy, you know what I mean? Like, you get put through the shit, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Do you ever feel like you wish that you could just, like, have a date night?
Ooh, I mean, this show is so much more complex than that. I mean, you do see them in these really beautiful, intimate moments. You know, you do get to see them sort of come together in this really beautiful way, even though sort of the world around them is very different. And you do get to peek in behind the curtain and these really intimate moments. I feel like you do. I feel like you, even though there's a lot happening, you do get to see these characters come together and really fall in love. You know, there's a really beautiful underlying love story.
This might be, like, the least amount of aliens we've ever seen in any project in the Star Wars universe. Have you thought about that at all?
Yeah, I'm a little bit sensitive about it. I mean, we've tried to do more and more and more. There's a lot of different reasons for it. But yeah, I think there are more this season than previously, and I'm always trying. It's on my mind. It's on my mind all the time. They're a very strong flavor when they come in, and it really shifts things. And you have to be really careful about how you do it. Yeah.
But it makes it more impactful when they do pop in.
I agree.
How do you feel about entering the Star Wars universe in a project that's relatively, more or less, devoid of space alien creatures and lightsabers?
I think one of the many attractions, for me at least, maybe for both of us, in joining this project was I'd seen Rogue One and I was like, wow, that just took Star Wars into a different territory. And it's adult and it's raw and it's darker and grittier and human, and it felt like a throwback, but also really relevant. And then, I mean, Tony Gilroy and Diego Luna, like, do the math.
It's beautiful.
But Tony always said from the very beginning, you know, we're just doing things our way. Like, Star Wars is over here. And when you read the scripts and you're in it, like, we both had this experience. I forgot, like, as much as you can, that I was doing Star Wars until I showed up on the Ferrix
and all the stormtroopers
set, and all the stormtroopers are lined up in a row, and I was like,
oh yeah,
oh my god, yeah,
it's Star Wars.
Is Star Wars. And it's just what Tony and Diego have done with this is really incredible. It's sophisticated and human and raw and deep and dark and really exciting and very
it happens
intimate
to be Star Wars.
And it's just I think it's opening up again, like Rogue One did. I think Andor is now opening up another avenue for Star Wars to.
Which is why some of the most compelling scenes are just 2 or 3 people in a room.
There you go.
Exactly,
There you
like
go.
great theater.
Yeah.
You
That's
can
good to
watch.
hear.
At the very end, the very last scene, you see baby. So, you know, I gotta ask, does this character have a name?
No.
No.
I've not. No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't been identified in any way. No.
Interesting. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of fan speculation about that.
Yeah.
At the end, we do see a baby, you know? I guess my question is,
And a beautiful one. No?
a beautiful baby, does that character have a name?
Can't tell you that.
Do you have the answer, though?
I have a hypothetical answer. Yeah, I can't tell you that.
Welcome to the rebellion.
Real quick on my way out, James Gunn is following me on social media, and everyone's saying that that's because he wants you to play Wonder Woman. Your thoughts?
Oh, I love James Gunn. He gave me my first movie ever, which was, it was like my first studio movie. So I owe him a lot. I love James Gunn.
Think that means anything?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.